who proclaimed Vedaishta Sarvair Ahameva Vedyaha Vedantakrit Veda Videva Chaham. It is only befitting to have this Sammelan here. It is apt that His Excellency, the choicest friend of Dharma, flag bearer of Indian ethos, the protector of righteousness, and the fiercest foe of corruption, nepotism, and wrongdoings, in short, a staunch Sanatani has consented and visited this Veda Sammelanam. After all, our Yoga Kshema is taken care of by Vasudeva, and Yoga Kshema Trust takes care of Vasudeva Pratipadakas, the Veda Pandits. So on behalf of the trust, we extend a very hearty welcome to His Excellency. Yatra yatra Vedaha, tatra tatra Sandipani Rashtriya Veda Pratishtanam. We have seen that. They have consented to sponsor this Sammelanam. If not for the Pratishtanam, this Veda Sammelanam would not have been materialized. So we offer our grateful words of welcome to Sri Sanjay Srivastava, the director of this Pratishtanam. Purohita Purassarani Sarvani Vaidika Karyani. We all do our all Vaidika karmas with a Purohita. So it is only befitting that this Vaidika Karya has a Purohita in Sri Purushottama Purohita. We heartily welcome Sri Purohit Ji too. Sammelanam means a congregation, and this is a congregation of Vedic Pandits who have thronged from all over the country. We welcome the Devatas in Manushya form. We know Yavatirvai Devatas Tas Sarva Veda Vidhi Brahmane Vasanti. We recite that. So all these Vedavids are very much the Rupam of Bhagavan themselves. So we welcome all the Veda Pandits also and all these ladies and gentlemen here. So with this, the welcome speech comes to an end, and the next program to continue is the honoring the dignitaries on the stage. May I request Thiru Sanjay Srivastava Ji, Director, Veda Vidya Pratishtanam, to honor His Excellency, the Governor of Tamil Nadu. May I request Dr. Agnihotram Aramudachar to honor May I request Dr. Agnihotram Aramudachar to honor Srivatsava Ji. Now I request Dr. Agnihotram Aramudachar to honor Purohit Ji. May I request Shri Purohit Ji to honor Dr. Aramudachar. I request Purohit to honor Sanchetti ji. I request Shri Purohit to honor Dr. Aramudachar. I request the hereditary trustee of this hall, Shri Gautam Jan, to honor the governor. Thank you all. इदानीं पाण्डुरङ्गपुरोहितमहाभागाः प्रांशुपालाः संस्कृतपाठशालायाः एते स्वभाषणं वितरिष्यन्ति. श्री पुरोहित जी टू एड्रेस अस ऑल.
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. व्यासाय भवनाशाय श्रीशाय गुणराशये हृद्याय शुद्ध विद्याय मध्वाय च नमो नमः. कामधेनुर्यथा पूर्वं सर्वाभीष्टफलप्रदा तथा कलौ वादिराज श्रीपादोभीष्टदस्सता. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम्. अधिमञ्चम् आसीनेभ्यः पूज्येभ्यः राज्यपालेभ्यः वन्दनानि समर्प्य तथा विद्वद्भ्यः आरावमुदन् आचार्य महोदयेभ्यश्च वन्दनानि समर्प्य तथा महर्षि सान्दीपिनी विश्व वेद विद्यालयस्य उपनिर्देशकाः संजय श्रीवत्स महोदयेभ्यः गौरवं सूचयित्वा तथा सुरेश कुमार संचेट्टी एभ्यश्च गौरवं सूचयित्वा सुविदितचरमेव तत् यत् धर्मो रक्षति रक्षितः इति. खलु धान्यानां परिरक्षणे कृते सति तानि धान्यानि अस्मान् महा आपदि परिरक्षति. तद्वत् अयं धर्मः अपि यः पुरुषः धर्मान् आचरति स एव धर्मः महा आपत्काले आचरित पुरुषस्य संरक्षणं करोति. तथा धान्यस्य उत्पादने बीजानि प्रमुखानि. तद्वत् धर्मस्य उत्पादनेऽपि वेदाः प्रमुखाः एव. यतः एवम् उट्टङ्कितम् अस्मत्कुल प्रवर्तकेन मनुना सग्रन्थे वेदो किल धर्ममूलम् इति. तथा च अयं च विषयः वेदः इति पदात् एव सिद्ध्यति इति कलियुग पूर्णायुर्मान जीवितैः कलियुग कल्पतरुभिः श्रीमद्वादिराज पूज्य चरणैः धर्माधर्म अनङ्गीकर्तॄणां खण्डन वेलायां वेदयन्ति परं धर्मं तेन वेदपदोदिता इति समर्थितम्. अनेन वाक्यद्वयेन किं ज्ञायते इत्युक्तौ आहत्य समस्त आगमस्य परम धर्मस्य प्रतिपादने एव महातात्पर्यमस्ति. कोऽयं परमः धर्मः इति चेत् तदा अस्माकं प्रत्युत्तरम् एवं भवति. स्मर्तव्यः सततं विष्णुः विस्मर्तव्यो न जातुचित् सर्वे विधिनिषेधाः एतयोरेव किङ्कराः इति. तथा च सर्वेपि विधिनिषेधवाक्याः सत्यं वद धर्मं चर इत्यादि विधिनिषेधवाक्याः तादृशवाक्यैः धर्माधर्म प्रतिपादकानां समस्त आगमानांच भगवन् माहात्म्य प्रतिपादने एव महातात्पर्यम् अस्ति। इदमपि अयञ्च विषयः पिप्पलाद ऋषयः एकत्र सङ्गृह्णन्ति। नेन्द्रियाणि नानुमानं वेदाः हि एवं वेदाह्येवेनं वेदयन्ति तस्मादाहुः वेद इति। तादृश वेदः एव परब्रह्माणं जानन्ति न अन्यः न इन्द्रियाणि इति तत्र। ननु वेदाः तावत् अनादिनित्याः वेदाः इति वदामः, परन्तु तत्र वेदः एव भवति नासदासीत् नोसदासीत् इति। लोके सत्पदार्थाः न अभवन् लयकाले, असत्पदार्थाः अपि न अभवन् लयकाले इति वदन्ति। तर्हि सत्पदार्थेषु अन्तर्भवति वेदः, तर्हि वेदोऽपि नास्ति खलु, परन्तु अनादिनित्याः वेदाः इति वयं वदामः खलु। कथम् इति चेत् तत्र भगवतः बुद्धौ, परब्रह्मणः बुद्धौ वेदाः लयकालेऽपि सन्ति। यथा पूर्वकल्पे आसीत् तद्वद् इदानीमपि यथा पूर्वमकल्पयति इति अस्ति, तद्वत् पूर्वकल्पीय वेदाः एव भगवतः परब्रह्मणः बुद्धौ अस्ति। पुनः सृष्टि आरम्भकाले तादृश परब्रह्म चतुर्मुख ब्रह्माय उपदिदेश। तादृश परब्रह्मणः पार्थसारथेः सनिहातेव एतादृश कार्यक्रमः प्रचलन् अस्ति। अत्यन्त मोदावहः भवति। एतादृश वेदस्य परिरक्षणे उभे संस्थे कटिबद्धे। एका संस्था महर्षि सान्दीपिनी वेदविद्यालय संस्था। सा संस्था अध्ययन परम्परायाः अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं बहु यत्नं करोति। देशस्य विविध स्थलेषु विविध राज्येषु स्व उपशाखां निर्माय तत्र छात्राणाम् अध्ययन सौकर्यं कारयति। तद्वारा वेदपुरुषस्य सेवां कुर्वन् अस्ति। तत्संस्थायाम् उपरि वेदपुरुषस्य पार्थसारथेः प्रीतिः बहुप्रीतिः अस्तु इति अहं प्रार्थये। तद्वत् अपरा संस्था योगक्षेम ट्रस्ट इति संस्था। संस्थेयं वर्षं प्रति वर्षं विभिन्न स्थलेषु पारायण रूप कार्यक्रमम् आयोज्य तत्र सर्व वेदज्ञान् छात्रान् च आहूय वेदपारायणादिकं कारयित्वा वेदप्रतिपाद्यस्य हयग्रीवस्य सेवां कुर्वन् अस्ति। देवस्थानम् इत्यस्य कः अर्थः? देवस्य आश्रयभूतं स्थानं देवस्थानं। तद्वत् धर्मस्य आश्रयभूतमपि देवस्थानमेव भवति। तादृश देवस्थानानां बाहुल्यं भारतदेशे वर्तते। तत्रापि तमिलनाडु राज्ये बहु देवस्थानानां सन्निधिः भवति। तादृश तमिलनाडु राज्यस्य एते तिरु आर् रवि महोदयाः राज्यपालाः भवन्ति। ते अत्यन्त युक्ताः एव, यतः एते धर्मे रताः। धर्मो नाम धार्यते अनेन इति धर्मः, नाम परब्रह्म एव धर्मशब्दवाच्यः। तादृश परब्रह्मणि अत्यन्त आसक्ताः एते। अत्र अस्मिन् प्रदेशे आगत्य अस्मान् सर्वान् अपि उत्साहं कर्तुम् आगतवन्तः। तेभ्यः पुनः पुनः अहं वन्दनानि व्याहरामि। अपि च अत्रस्थ सर्वान् वेदज्ञान् पुनः एकवारम् अहं प्रार्थये। वेदेन सर्वेपि वेदे तावत् सर्वे जनाः सुखिनः भवन्तु इत्येव तत्र प्रार्थना अस्ति। तादृश प्रार्थना द्वारा अस्माकं राज्यस्य अस्माकं देशस्य समृद्धिः भवतु इति सर्वेपि प्रार्थनां कुर्वन्तु इति उक्त्वा मम वाग्व्यापारात् विवरामि। श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।
धन्यवादाः. We have to take into care that His Excellency has another program, a very important program that too. So we have to stick on to time. Shri Purohit in his talk was telling about the greatness of Vedas. They are the very upholders of Dharma. அந்த தர்மத்தினாலே தான் நாம் வாழ்கிறோம். இந்த இடத்துல நிறைய இந்த தமிழ் தேசத்துல நிறைய தர்ம பாலன சபைகள் இருக்கு, கோயில்கள் இருக்கின்றன அப்படின்னு சொல்லி தன்னுடையதான வந்தனங்களை அந்த சாந்திபனி பிரதிஷ்டானத்திற்கும் அதே மாதிரி நம்ம யோகக்ஷேமா ட்ரஸ்டிற்கும் தெரிவித்தார். தன்னுடையதான வந்தனங்களை His Excellency கவர்னர் அவர்களுக்கு தெரிவித்தார். Now it's time for Shri Srivastavaji to deliver his presidential address. Srivastavaji has been the director of the Sandipani Vidya Pratishtanam since 1993. He has been in administrative, finance and academic divisions of Pratishtan. He contributes to various schemes, programs and activities of the Pratishtan. Shri Srivastavaji.
हरि ओम. ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं वन्दातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. परम आदरणीय सम्माननीय महामहिम राज्यपाल महोदय श्री A.M.E. अरावल टू चरिया जी, ट्रस्टी योगक्षेमा ट्रस्ट, श्री पांडुरंग पुरोहित जी, प्रिंसिपल संस्कृत पाठशाला कर्नाटका, श्री सुरेश कुमार संतेजी, मैनेजिंग ट्रस्टी तेरावन भवन ट्रस्ट, सम्माननीय वैदिक विद्वज्जन, वेद पाठीगण, माताओं, भाइयों, बहनों. For several years, the government of India was concerned about the gradual decline in the oral tradition of Vedic studies, is also of the meaning of Veda as understood and brought out by various rishis and commentators. It was felt that an institutional base should be created in India which would concentrate on the subject of the Veda in all its aspects which relate to Indian heritage, cultural value, study and advancement of knowledge. As a result, the government of India decided to establish a national institute devoted centrally to the Vedic knowledge. Accordingly, an autonomous organization known as Rashtriya Ved Vidya Pratishthan was established in January 1987. Later on, in the year 1993, the name of the Pratishthan, after shifting of the office from New Delhi to Ujjain, it was Maharshi Sandipani Rashtriya Ved Vidya Pratishthan. I would also like to mention here that this Rashtriya Ved Vidya Pratishthan was established by the grace of Shankaracharya ji, Paramacharya Maharaj ji, Swami Chandrasekharanand Saraswati ji Maharaj of Kanchi Mutt. At the time of its inception, the first and foremost task of the Pratishthan was to preserve, conserve and develop the oral tradition of Vedic studies. There were various aspects of this task. The most basic was to ascertain the existing tradition. It was well known that there were 1131 shakhas, namely 21 in Rig Veda, 101 in Yajur Vedas, 1000 in Sam Veda and 9 in Athar Vedas. In course of time, a large number of these shakhas became extinct and presently only 10 shakhas, namely 1 in Rig Veda, 4 in Yajur Veda, 3 in Sam Veda, 2 and in Athar Veda, 2. These are now existing. Even in regard to these 10 shakhas, there were very few Veda Vidwans or representatives who were continuing this oral tradition. Hence, the main objective of this Pratishthan is to preserve, conserve and develop the oral tradition. Maharshi Sandipani Rashtriya Ved Vidya Pratishthan is pursuing a number of programs and activities. One important scheme of the Pratishthan is to provide financial assistance to Vedic institutions and Guru Shishya Parampara units. Under this scheme, monthly honorarium to the teachers and stipend to the students are provided by the Pratishthan. Presently, we are providing financial assistance about 150 Veda Pathshalas and about 400 Guru Shishya Parampara units throughout the country. And about 8 to 10,000 students are studying in this Pathshalas and units. We are organizing the various programs and activities, like we organize Vedic Sammelans. Every year we organize 6 regional Vedic Sammelans and 1 All India Vedic Sammelans. We organize Vedic seminars, workshops, Vedic classes for all, for general people, Ved Gyan Saptah Samaroh. We also provide financial assistance to aged Veda Pathis who are above 65 years of age, and also provide the Nityagnihotris for those who along with their wives perform Nityagnihotara daily at their home. Various Veda related manuscripts and books are also published by this Pratishthan. Now the Ministry of Education, Government of India has established Maharshi Sandipani Rashtriya Ved Sanskrit Shiksha Board, a separate board just like CBSE, ICSE and other state boards. So Veda and Sanskrit Pathshalas will be affiliated under this board, and the passed out students may get admissions in any universities of the country for higher studies, or they may get employment after successful completion of this course. Honorable Education Minister and Honorable Chairman of this Pratishthan, Shri Dharmendra Pradhanji, now has also approved and to establish 5 Rashtriya Adarsh Ved Vidyalayas in the 4 regions of the country. That means one north region nearby Badrinath, one in south, it's nearby in Sringeri, and one in west at Dwarka, one in north at Puri, and the northeastern region at Guwahati. And the central region at Ujjain, under the premises of this Pratishthan, the Rashtriya Adarsh Ved Vidyalaya is also running. In order to disseminate Vedic studies and knowledge widely throughout the country, the Vedic Sammelans play a significant role in the program of the Pratishthan. So under this activity, this Pratishthan is organizing a regional Vedic Sammelan here at Chennai. The Pratishthan is very much thankful to the Yoga Kshema Trust for organizing this Vedic Sammelan. Due to cyclone and some problems were arise here, but they decided to organize the Sammelan on the same date without any changes. So I congratulate to the organizers for this, organize these beautiful arrangements and for these Sammelans, and we hope that such type of programs will be organized regularly to propagate Veda and Vedic culture. Thank you so much.
Nice of you, sir. Though Vedas are great and they can stand by their own selves, nowadays Vedic scholars do need support, and it is being given by Pratishtanam. Now, the moment we have been waiting for has arrived. His Excellency is to address us all. Actually, due to lack of time, the great and the big profile of the governor is not being read by me. We know his greatness. He was into government service in 1976, and he was in IPS. He was in Kerala cadre. And then one great achievement of the governor was, we know there were problems in Nagaland, and we are happy to say there were problems in Nagaland, and that was put to an end by the unstinting efforts of the governor. This is being there. Probably those who want to know and get these things, the profile of the governor, they can have it. This great person has a steely resolve, high integrity, and fear-instilling firmness. So, his straightforwardness, all this, no wonder, makes him a foe of anti-national elements. We are fortunate to have him in our midst. Sir, we are ready to hear your words on Vedas. Governor.
Sri Gurudev Namah. तेरो संजय श्रीवास्तवा, तेरो पांडुरंग पुरोहित, तेरो ME अर्व मुदई चरियान, तेरो सुरेश कुमार संचेती, distinguished acharyas, Vedic scholars, lovers of Bharatiya Sanatana Adhyatma, friends from the media, Namaskaram. At the very outset, I would like to offer my humble pranam to all the Vedic scholars and acharyas, those who are present here or those who are connected online or any other means with this event. If I heard correctly, I was told I was to talk something about Vedas. I don't think that's the right thing. I don't think I have the competence to talk about Veda in front of the Vedic scholars. But yes, I am delighted to be present in a Sammelan, in an assembly of scholars and students who would be talking about our different Vedas, its various aspects. I would be happy if such sammelans are organized at far many more places with far many more participations of the people of this country. Primarily because Veda, or all the Vedas, they are the mother of our country, our Bharat. Bharat is a product, if you use the word product, of our Vedas. We do not know when. People speculate, but no one can say with certainty. Thousands of years ago, this wisdom, eternal wisdom, was revealed. And since then, the rishis have been taking it forward. And this wisdom, this knowledge, it's so inclusive. The fact that there is the Parameshwara created this creation and is present in the every element of creation, it makes the entire creation a family. The experience of this oneness is expressed differently by different scholars. And that is why we say Eko Sada Vipra Baudha Vadanti. It, irrespective of which sampradaya, whatever sampradaya one follows, one believes in, whatever has originated from this land of Bharat, they all owe their origin to the Vedas. And that is the beginning of evolution of this country, this Rashtra. It was for this reason that when we became independent and our constitution was drafted, the first painting in the constitution in the original constitution is of a Vedic Gurukula, where the Rishi is teaching, cows are grazing. It is the beginning of evolution of Bharat Varsha. The very darshan of it, I don't use the word philosophy because that is inadequate to express. Philosophy is a Western notion, the fundamental, the core of it is logic. But we know that our rishis have said, you cannot get things or the truth by logic. Logic has its limitations. And so it is not philosophy, it is more than that. That is why we call it darshan, drishti. Not eyes external, but within too. So a darshan developed out of this, the knowledge in our Vedas that says that we are all members of a family. Not only people of this Bharatvarsha, but the whole world. But it begins from here. The light is spread. The light is spread from the oceans to the Himalayas. And that is why in our ancient text, Bharatvarsha's geographic expanse is also explained. Uttaram yat samudrasya himadrishya vadakshanam varsham tada bharatam nama bharati tatra santati. This Bharat is a product of this darshan. We speak different languages. Our cuisines are different. Our dresses are different. Climates are various and different. Yet, we know that these differences are apparent. These are outward differences. Because what they teach us, what our darshan tells us, avibhaktam vibhakteshu. It is indivisible, which looks divided among so many of you. If I am the one who has experienced the truth, I should be able to see myself in each one of you. This unique darshan, which does not exclude even those who do not believe in it. Because the moment I say that, look, you are not part of my family, I am denying myself. That's why even the Gnostics, those who, or others are also, we say, you are also part of it. You may not accept, but we accept. Because the moment I say you are not, I am no longer a Sanatani. This is the essence. This knowledge suffered enormously over a long period of subjugation, colonization, several hundreds of years, and we started becoming inward looking. We were very careful or cautious in preserving what we had. And in the process, institutions suffered, scholars suffered, but still, thanks to our traditions of rishis over time and acharyas over time, that it continued. Today, when the world is facing so much of crisis, existential crisis, it is all the more relevant. Because the world is, at this point of time, is on a volcano. We know that there are many countries in the world who have weapons of mass destruction so much that each one of them can destroy the whole earth many times over. We know that our Mother Earth is heating up and bringing climate, the angry elements we are facing. The consequences, more is yet to come. We know the conflicts around the world. And conflicts are all based on somewhere that I and you. My interest, mine, it is mine, it is not yours. This division, either the conflict with the nature, with the Prakriti, anthropocentric view of life, that humans are at the center of creation, so the whole of environment is for me to enjoy, for the humans to enjoy, instead of believing that we are all part of it, integrally part of it. There has to be a harmonious balance. We are not the supreme creator, supreme element of the creation, but we are one among them. We cannot play havoc with the environment. But that philosophy, because that is what they had, that humans are at the center of creation, it created a conflict between humans and the nature. And we are facing the problems. All kinds of conflict. The solution is our Bharatiya Sanatan Adhyatma that believes Mamatma Sarvabhutatma, which believes Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This has to be there. Today, we are fortunate as we believe that, like humans, like individuals, even Rashtra has its destiny. Today, Bharat is is rising, waking up. Waking up with full understanding of who we are. It's not what Swami Vivekananda had said, that we do not have to be an imitator of the West, while we need the physical knowledge of science and technology, which we lost over the period. Our ancient literatures show that they were pretty advanced. After all, our country was the most advanced country in the world for thousands of years. Till 18th century, our country, Bharat, had the largest GDP in the world. Almost 1/3 of the total global GDP was in Bharat. But we became nowhere. All those greatness was because we are also pretty advanced in science and technology. Everyone knows the history. There are documents that we were the largest producer of iron and steel. We were the best producer of clothes, garments. We were the most advanced in shipbuilding. All these industries, they are flourishing in this country. But they were systematically destroyed by the invaders and the colonizers. And we fought. And what they did, they colonized our mind. And they made us believe that their knowledge is the best knowledge. So Swami Vivekananda said, while we need to develop in science and technology, we must also discover and connect to our roots, which is the Vedas. He said, my Bharat of my dream is the one whose muscles are made of iron, whose sinews are of steel, but whose heart and mind are compassionate Vedantic. That is the Bharat which can save the world. This is the Bharat which Rishi Aurobindo, again a great Rishi and great Vedic scholar, he said on the 15th of August 1947, when our country became independent, he wrote down his dreams, Rishi Aurobindo's dream. He said, the moments have come. The moments have come for Bharat to take this light to the rest of the world. Because, he said, in the entire universe, Earth is the only planet where we have evolutionary life evolving, Jad, Chaitan, Jeev, Manushya, is evolutionary, and humans also are in the process of evolution, further evolution, which rishis reached when they started seeing oneness in all, that level of evolution, where all the differences drop, and when we start seeing the whole beauty of the whole creation as one and the same divine present in everyone, humans, animals, plants. That level, not everyone, they achieve through effort. So, Earth is the only planet where you have evolutionary life in the entire universe. And on this planet, Bharat is the only country where this wisdom was revealed in our Vedas, that we are all one. The Creator, the Supreme Creator, Parameshwara, called by any name, having created this whole creation, is present in every element of creation. This light has to spread. But for this light to spread, Bharat has to be strong. Bharat has to be capable. Because we know, if you are weak, people don't listen, nobody listens to you. But in our Shukraniti says, balino vasaga sarve durvalasya cha shatruva. If you are weak, you are surrounded by enemies. If you are strong, people and friends around to listen to you. So Bharat has to be strong to spread this light. And Bharat has started spreading this light. You have seen. In the G20, the theme itself was Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This is taking the light of our Vedas to the rest of the world. And when we are saying so, not just empty slogan, but we are proving it. We are proving it in our lifestyle. We are proving it in the way we deal with our people. We have seen in the COVID pandemic, when the whole world was affected and nobody knew the way out. At the time when the rich countries and advanced countries, when they developed their vaccines, they looked upon pandemic as an opportunity to make more money. They raised the prices of their vaccine. But it was Bharat that when our scientists made the vaccine, we shared the vaccines with over 150 countries in the world. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It is Sanskar of Bharat. This is the DNA of Bharat. This is Sanatan Sanskar. One may say whatever one wishes, but this is the truth. The world is looking upon Bharat today with expectation, with hope, to lead the way, to be the Purohita of the world. Yeah? After all, our Veda themselves have said, and this is the time when you are doing this Sammelan and you are taking it forward, when we say, Vayam Rashtre Jagriyam Purohita, it is the one who leads it forward. Bharat will be leading the world with this light. Is leading the world, not will be. It is leading the world. And at this time, it is very important that this, the source of all this, it should be nourished and its fruits should be spread around. Government is pretty serious about, I'm talking about central government under a very national leadership, is very serious about nourishing our source, our essence, what defines Bharat, and taking it forward and on. So, the Vedic scholars, the students, we have a problem, because whenever I visited some places, people used to say, we have a problem. We can get as many students as we want, but after they study what? They don't get a job. But the bhautik need also is important. They have to feed themselves, they have to feed their families. If there is no one to look after them, if they don't have any opportunity to earn, because after all, earth, this wealth is also important for survival. Is a part of life, essential part of life. So creating avenues, creating opportunities, more and more job opportunities. While government is doing its bit, society also is coming forward. Because this is the beauty of our Rashtra Bharat, that there is so much strength in our society which has been latent, which has been sleeping. They are waking up. People are coming forward. People are coming forward to contribute, to be part of it. It's a movement. It's a movement. Movement of national awakening for the good of the world. And at this point of time, I would urge the Vedic scholars also to see and do what they can do to how to make this so deep and apparently complex knowledge to the larger people. You know, it needs, every age has its own language. It understands its own language. You go to the child, today a 10-year child, the 8-year child, they are quick in digital language. Even I may be outdated, but they are. Now, to make things understandable, intelligible to our young generation, we have to now take this in a language comprehensible, intelligible to our people. While we must preserve the purity of it, it has to be. We must preserve its originality, no question of any dilution. But how to make it accessible to students, to the youth of today? And our rishis have done. After all, Veda doesn't, this is the beauty of these Vedas. That having given us this wisdom, subsequent numerous rishis have worked on it. They have worked on it, they have produced volumes and volumes, all these Brahmanas, Aranyakas, Upanishads. All these are essentially the creation of rishis, numerous rishis through it. Even our own rishi, they created to understand it, to make it comprehensible even to the scholars, created Vedanga. Some rishis created Shiksha, some created Kshanda, some created Nirukta, some created Vyakara. These are all creation of subsequent rishis. Some rishis have started looking at it and finding ways through different means, including Nada Brahma. Shardarshan appeared out of this one. So it is essentially, it is a tradition of rich research. It is not stagnant. It is vibrant. Our culture has been, our intellectual tradition has been that of Shastrartha. When Adi Sankaracharya, when he moved to have a Shastra to validate his own understanding of Advaita, and he went from places to places meeting scholars, holding Shastrartha, eventually he reached Mandan Mishra. We know this story. Again, Shastrartha debate, we are open to it. Because only the timid, only the weak is afraid of discussion of an argument. Now this tradition of Shastrartha, tradition of research, we have to energize even on our Vedic literature to make it intelligible to the rest. And here we have a tendency, and we need to guard against. Since the language Sanskrit suffered over a period of time in its spread, and with the advent of introduction of English education and all, we started understanding this literature through foreign languages. And there were many scholars whom even our scholars tend to quote very often. So and so said this, so and so said this, so and so said this. You know, there is a fundamental difference between Western system of knowledge and the Eastern system, Bharatiya Jnana Paddhati. The difficulty those people have, some of them are genuine students. They would like, those scholars, they want to study it. Quite a good number of them were actually, they suffered from superiority complex and they wanted to tell us that these are all blabbering. But they were genuine. But even those genuine people, they have a problem because there are two sets of problems. One is a linguistic, other is epistemological. Linguistic is because those languages are not rich enough to express not the content of the Vedas. Because language, we all know, it grows by the need of the civilization, by the people, those who speak. If the need is limited, vocabulary of the language also will be limited. Western world is advanced in science and technology. So when it comes to the not physical world, bhautik world, they are pretty advanced. And we must admit it, they are advanced. But when it comes to the holistic, or what we call Atmanya, they are cipher. They have difficulty because those languages do not have the terms for it. They suffer from vocabulary. Obvious is, as I just mentioned, darshan and philosophy. The two are not the same. Dharma and religion are not the same, entirely different. How do we? So, one problem they have is of linguistic. They have a limited vocabulary, and that is how they understand. We can't blame them. Our languages, Sanskrit of course, but there are other Indian old ancient languages also are there, including Tamil. They are rich languages. They have because the light that the Veda has spread over the whole country. The people of all these language group, they have developed the vocabulary of that. Dharma and Aram is almost the same. So, when we try to understand this from the Western philosopher, Western scholars, let us be on guard because those people have genuine limitation. And the second is epistemological. Epistemological, the system of knowledge. In the Western world, it believes in sovereignty of reason. That whatever stands to reason, must accept it. If it doesn't stand to reason, reject it. But what is the reason? Reason is a product of our Panch Jnanendriya, Panchabhuta. Through that, the knowledge that we acquire. But we know that there are colors far more than our eyes can see. There are sounds far more than our ears can hear. There are tastes many more than our tongue can experience. We are finite. Our senses are finite. So any knowledge of physical world or any knowledge that we have through our 5 sense organs are bound to be finite. So the reason is based on, is a logical manipulation of the knowledge that we have around. It is bound to be limited. Reason also is dynamic because something I didn't know in the morning, by now I get to know, I will change, my reason will change. There's nothing static about that, eternal about it. So the Western system of knowledge which believes in the sovereignty of reason, that everything must be vision, must stand true on vision, is not our system. We believe reason is important, is very important. But it's not sovereign, it is not all. This bhautik buddhi has to be synthesized with adhyatmic jnana, inner knowledge, which comes not through your logic. When we listen, when a beautiful music comes, when we listen to a nice good note, we don't reason that, because of this I'm liking it. We like it because something happens to us. When we see a beautiful flower, we don't do our mind calculation that yes, this flower is beautiful because of chemistry of these chemicals in the leaves of it. It's called anubhuti. The bhautik buddhi and anubhuti, combination of it, sambuddhi, this is our system of knowledge. So, the Western scholars have a problem. So, the responsibility lies on us, our scholars. Our scholars to take this light spread this light across the world, across our own country first, and then across the world. As far as possible, make it, because we know we have Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a very deep Upanishad. But even for school children, we have something. They also pick up something. They may not get the essence of it, is okay. Because after all, we all have been learning, and every time we find something new in it. There is no end to it. It's the divine. So it has to be. It will be. So make it something of this so that it becomes easily comprehensible to our youth in a way that the age is, that the time is. This is a challenge that we have, and I'm sure our Acharya, our Vedic scholars will stand up to the challenge. I have no doubt about it. You have a big role in building this nation. The nation was built by the rishis. The rishis of today had to make it stronger and take it forward. I wish this Sammelan the very best, very meaningful. I thank all the sponsors, the organizers, those who are associated with it. I wish you the very best. Thank you very much. Jai Bharat.
We had an illuminating session now. Actually, I had been a teacher for about 35 years, telling all these things in a manner that the students may not be finding it interesting. But now, about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, His Excellency was throwing light on the contents of the Vedas, asked us to take it to laymen also. And the greatness of his speech is that he was doing it extempore. Everything was just flooding in from within. And all those quotations, how many quotations had he given? Sir, I am really ashamed that I have been a teacher of Sanskrit. With all these notes I am talking to you, I am talking to this audience. But you have been doing it in a lively, in a manner that is really gripping. If not for the ADC, probably you would have been hearing it for more time. So, nice of you, sir. Deshika says, Manyan Manaya. We have to respect those who have deep knowledge and those who need to be respected. Ye Arhanam Arhanti. I only feel that a standing ovation may be the befitting gesture here for this lovely knowledge that he has given us all. I happily thank the Excellency because as a Sanskrit professor, I really am deeply involved in whatever each and every word. He has been talking about the contents of the Vedas. He was talking about the philosophical aspect of it, and he does not want to use the word philosophy, which is very much limited. So, with a great sense of happiness, we thank you, His Excellency. Now, I request Sri Sancheti, the owner of this building, to deliver the vote of thanks. Sri Sancheti.
Hello everybody. I am feeling honored and blessed to deliver the vote of thanks on this benign occasion. First, we are thankful to His Excellency Sri R.N. Ravi ji, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, for presiding over this holistic event. We are thankful to all dignitaries on the dais. Our heartful thanks to the Maharishi Sandipini Rashtriya Veda Vidya Pratishtanam, Ujjain, and Yogashema Trust of Chennai. We thank one and all who have chanting Vedas with a holy soul. We are thankful to the Governor, Home Secretary Department and the Police Department for making adequate security arrangements. We are thankful to the PWD Department, Fire Department and all other government departments who has taken a wholehearted strain to make this function a grand and a whole success. We are also thankful to the media world to give coverage for this function. We are thankful to this grand audience holy audience whose presence made this function a grand success. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind, Jai Sanatanam, Jai Jai Jinendra.
Now, on behalf of the Yogakshema Trust, we would like the Governor to flag off a Vedic procession. That will be followed by national anthem. Mana Adhinayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindhu Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jaladhi Taranga तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद. तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा